Alright guys, watch this. This is the reason why I stopped playing video games right here.
Okay.
People like this game has been out for like what, a week? Just 1 week, and people are this try hard at a party game. Like, bro, like come on, man. Like, why are you doing this to everybody else? People don't learn how to go pro in a game in 1 week, but yet you guys are out here like winning every single, like it just doesn't make sense, man. You lose the fun in the game once you turn everything so competitive. Like sometimes people just want to hop on, have a good time with their friends, play around, but next thing they know, they see sweats like this guy, right? Like winning every single game he plays, and then the game just becomes unfun after like 5 days. That's why no one plays Fortnite anymore. People are starting to lose fun in Warzone. Like, it's just...
Okay, so he has a point and also really doesn't. What is going on, guys? Falcone here, and I'm going to give you my perspective on Fall Guys' biggest problem, and that is the problem of competitiveness. What do I mean by the problem of competitiveness? I mean the fact that Fall Guys clearly is not a competitive game, but it also kind of is, right? The guy in the video is correct. Fall Guys is a party game. That is its purpose. That is what it was made for. That is what it set out to do. And that is why so many players have fallen in love with it. But as with any video game, competition ekes its way in. I mean, even look at Mario Party, right? You look at Mario Party. Mario Party is the quintessential party game, the friendship ruiner. But when you play a mini game, do you try to win? Of course you heckin' do. And that is kind of the crux of my argument here. In Fall Guys, you try to win when you play. Of course you do. Why would you play a game of Fall Guys and not try to win? It doesn't make any sense. What is fun about not trying? Okay, maybe you enjoy playing Rollout and actually trying to eliminate other players. Maybe that's your preferred way of playing. If so, great, power to you. But when I play Fall Guys, or any game for that respect, I'm playing to win. Of course I'm playing to win. And the thing that the guy in this video doesn't admit himself is that that's also why he plays. He's just salty because he's not very good. Okay, look, I'm making judgments here without seeing the guy's gameplay, but think about it. If he's complaining, saying the reason he doesn't play video games anymore is because people get too good and try to win too much, then that's a pretty baby ragey comment to make. Because to be honest, as human beings, when we do anything in life, it is natural that we try to get better. If it's reading a book, over time, we excel ourselves, we read faster, we take in more detail, etc, etc. If it's watching TV shows, we become better at analyzing what we are watching. If it's playing football, we try to improve at football, whether that's increasing our energy levels, increasing our fitness, and improving our strategy. And yes, at video games, you try to get better in the video games you're playing. It is natural. Playing a game and not expecting other players to try, in fact, feeling so entitled that you get annoyed when other players do try, you've got to take a look in the mirror and try to work out exactly what's going on there, because you may need to have a good think. Just to amend some of his comments, that's why nobody plays Fortnite anymore. I mean, I don't play Fortnite anymore, at least not right now. A lot of other people don't play Fortnite anymore. Does nobody play Fortnite anymore? I think quite a few people play Fortnite, actually. As far as I'm aware, it's still one of the most popular games in the world. Anyways, I am being facetious here, but let's talk about the point that the guy does have, because there is something to take away here. The point that the guy does have is that there is a problem with Fall Guys, specifically a problem with the game mode Hex-a-gone. We go back to Fall Guys' game philosophy. It's a party game at heart. That is what it was built to be. That is why people love it. But is Hex-a-gone a party game? And this is a really interesting debate to have, because personally, Hex-a-gone is by far my favorite game in Fall Guys. It is so much better than everything else on offer, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I like everything else that's on offer. I just like Hex-a-gone so much more. It is so good. I have said repeatedly, I would happily pay the full price of entry for Fall Guys and just get Hex-a-gone and play that over and over again. It is amazing. But that's maybe where the problem lies. I'm a competitor. I like to compete. I like to improve. I like to slam my head against a wall at something until I improve at it. That is what I enjoy from playing video games. But the party crowd that Fall Guys was intended for, is that what they like to do? Is that how they like to improve at video games? I don't think it is. And it's a really interesting topic to have because Fall Guys seems to appeal to everyone. It appeals to casuals and it appeals to competitors. Of course, streamers want to play Fall Guys and win as many games as they possibly can. They want to get those crowns. They want to show off those wins. Of course they do. It makes sense. But what about the casuals playing? Do they care? I mean, obviously they celebrate when they get a crown, but like, do you think they care too much if they don't get better? I don't think they do. And I think this, in a nutshell, is Fall Guys' biggest success and also greatest failure. It's marketed itself to too many people. There are the competitive players that love it for game modes like Hex-a-gone and Slime Climb. These players that want to win and want to get better and they want a skill gap. And then there's everyone else, the casuals that play that don't really want a skill gap. They just want to play, they just want to have a fun time, play some team games, lose to RNG a few times, win because of RNG a few times. Fantastic. And I guess this is why it's its biggest success. Because by marketing to too many people, everyone owns the game. You may have got the game for free on PlayStation Plus, or you may have bought it on Steam, or you might not be interested at all. But I bet you, watching right now, even if you don't have the game, I bet you a lot of your friends do. It is beyond popular. It is so much more than anyone thought that it would be. I mean, the game is amazing. It is so much fun. And it appeals to so many people. But how deep does that appeal go? What happens when the player base starts to die? What happens when casual players start to get sick of never being able to win at Hex-a-gone because of all of the sweats? And what happens when the sweats get so sick of losing at Jump Showdown due to their floor panel disappearing? Or Royal Fumble because of the RNG fiesta it is? What happens if they get sick of losing at Full Ball because the game decided to give them less players on their team? Do they stop playing? Fall Guys is hugely popular at the moment. People are talking about Game of the Year contention, maybe, and that would be fantastic. When Fall Guys Game of the Year was suggested to me, even the idea of multiplayer Game of the Year, my mind went, no, don't be ridiculous. Fall Guys can't win Game of the Year. Even multiplayer Game of the Year, like, it's got competition, right? Valorant, for example. And that was my argument. Valorant. But then I sat down and I thought about it. Maybe Fall Guys is a better game than Valorant. I've put more hours into Fall Guys than I have Valorant. I've had much more fun streaming Fall Guys than I have Valorant. And my viewers have had much more fun watching me play Fall Guys than they did watching me play Valorant. I think I've been underestimating Fall Guys this whole time. If Fall Guys wants to be successful, it needs to do something about this skill gap. Skill-based matchmaking is a possibility. That is something they could choose to put into the game. I guess the fear is that skill-based matchmaking gives the impression that it's too try-hard. If they have skill-based matchmaking, they could even put bots in the game if they were able to program them appropriately. That wouldn't be the worst thing. Bots in a video game to make it more fun for lower-tier player is actually just a good strategy. Nobody loses from that. But I believe that Fall Guys need to do something. It would break my heart if they removed Hex-a-gone from the available game types in Fall Guys, but there is a disconnect there. Hex-a-gone is so different from everything else on offer. It is far too competitive when put in the pool with everything else. It is my favorite. Maybe it has to go. Maybe split Fall Guys into a competitive set of matches and a team set of matchups. Or maybe split the player base in some way. There's certainly enough players to get away with it. But I do believe that by letting players play the way they want to be played, be it sweat or take it easy, will in the long run allow the player base to thrive and stay big, and therefore allow the game to succeed. The game's definitely succeeding so far. Will it succeed in the long run? Let me know what you think. Comments there below are there for a reason. I'll be playing Fall Guys on stream for the foreseeable future. And hey, if you did stick around to the end of the video, I want to know your favorite breed of puppy. No reason, just do. Let me know that in the comments below as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.